January actually was a very positive month, Mark.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's good to see. I mean, I still think there's a bit of uncertainty in the marketplace where things are going and still up in the air with all this crazy stuff from the US with tariffs. That's gonna, hurt sentiment, I think, and put some uncertainty. Um, that's my biggest thing. We do think the rates will continue to go down as our economy is a lot softer than the US. But again, the fixed products are tied to the bond yields. And the bond yields today, I'm just going to go over, are up, right? So we're not seeing that drop in the fixed products.
Well, I
So,
didn't actually think sales would be up, but they were. It felt like, it felt like the market was slow, but I don't know if that's because of the weather. And I did put in three or four offers, and I haven't been winning nothing.
but we've seen this year over year, right? That there's a good influx of buyers coming into the market mid-January looking. I've been busy doing some showings too, and we're looking for this, we're looking for that. And I've been watching some, the stuff that we've seen come up. Oh, we got an offer on. Oh, we got an offer on it. Meanwhile, it was higher price inventory sitting there for some time. Um, but
Mine weren't. Mine
you're
were ones that came up low. I showed you the two,
yeah.
the lately ones, right? The two that I just did.
hmm
Both of them were priced well.
hmm Right. And I just think that there's a lot of buyers that are afraid of missing out. I'm getting texts all the time from the buyers, but you know, let's see. We've seen this last year. We're seeing it this year. Will the trend continue as we progress into a spring market? Inventory's up 28%. That's alarming.
Yes.
That's alarming. And
Yes. You want me
out
to
of that
bring up our
20%,
spreadsheet?
yeah. And if anybody wants any more information, the Barrie real estate market, want a home valuation or want a list of properties based on your criteria, hit the links in the beginning of our description and we will be in touch.
Mm-hmm. So now, you know what's a nice thing? I have all the 2024 already there. I don't have to look it up anymore because we did it last year.
Well, yeah, but these 2025 right here.
2025 is right here.
Oh, good. Good. Yeah, sweet. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, nice.
So, 165 sales this year, 142 last year, up 14%.
Yeah.
And the actives are up 28%.
Yeah, that's alarming. Where last year the actives were at 416 and up 560, and we're only in the mid-February,
Yeah,
right?
but look what's funny, okay? This is what's kind of funny to me. So the actives December was 561,
Yeah, well,
and
that's it.
our highest was like, look at how high they were.
What month is that? So we're going back up November, October. So
This is December.
I know that, but I'm going back up here. So
This
November.
would have been September, October, November, December.
So some big numbers for the fall market. And then of course we typically see, you know, cancellations, terminations, weren't successful, get rid of it. But the inventory is not coming down based on the
Well, but Mark, it didn't go up really. 560, 561, and we had 165 sales.
yeah.
It didn't grow.
And it typically won't grow though, right? If we look back to, again, yes, we're continuing double-digit increases leading into the new year. Let's see, I'm more concerned about the inventory coming into March, right? April's
Yeah, and
look at
it's too
how it's
early right now. It's
it's
too
too early
early.
to assume
Well,
things.
I'd like to see right now. So at the end of January, there was 560. Let's see what it is now. I'm seeing a lot of listings coming up. Are you?
I am, but a lot of old crap too. And I think we'll do a video on that, but we'll take some work to figure it out, just to go
So
through some.
we have, how many is there?
I don't know. Didn't it come up? 300 plus, but that's freehold, right?
Yeah, but why isn't it giving me the number?
I don't know.
It is 300. Exactly.
Okay, that go to the condo market.
Okay, I'll go to the condo. You got that written down? 300?
Yeah.
158.
That's not right. It's 458. It's more than 300 listings on the freehold side. Punch it in again.
Okay.
Like you're off 100 and some, 102,
Well, why isn't it not saying it?
162.
Why is it not saying
You
it?
have your plus matches.
Yeah, but when you hit this here, it should tell you
Yeah.
what that 417.
Okay, so 158, 575. Okay, so you know,
So we're up.
oh, we're up 15. But again, it's just if we look at the inventory as a whole in the freehold market in Barrie, we know once we go through the inventory numbers, we will explain where most of this inventory is, and we know what's in the higher ranges, and we know that stuff, with single digits that sell. So that's where a lot of this inventory is just sitting and getting relisted with the odd price change in it, relisted, or canceled, etc. So, you know, a lot of
45 sold already
yeah,
in 10 days.
yeah, that's good.
But look at the prices.
Well, they're typically low, and once we go through the numbers, it's nothing's really changed. But I've seen some good in the eights. I've seen some eights and nines change. But let's go through the numbers and give the viewer where the sales are coming from,
I will.
right? And we're going to have a whole spreadsheet where you're going to move those numbers over so we can consistently compare month over month a bit too,
Yeah.
which is going to be good. So 5 to 6 range, which eight sold, right? 13 active.
15 last year.
Yeah, and again, that's a low range. It's not unexpected to go, oh my God, it's down 47%, but not a lot of inventory in that range.
Well, I think obviously last year there was more
Yeah,
because
yeah,
15 sold. So
probably.
there was more actives than there are now.
Right. And again, if there was more, we'd see more sales from that range too, because it's a low range, right? We just don't have the
Mhm.
product. Six to
Six,
seven.
62 actives, 34 sold. So over half.
Yeah, well, let me just go back to that. So 34, 62. So 54% of the inventory's selling,
And it's a change though. Last year, 41. So it's still down 17%.
and 46% isn't selling. And that's a fairly, there's some inventory in that range, right? But obviously it's not the
62
right.
is, yeah.
There's some products a lot of townhouses. We can go through some of the range of what, maybe we'll pick one range and go through it. But not uncommon to see that. But we're seeing some decent sales coming up in the lower ranges in February. So,
Well, and this is what surprised me the most. So the higher actually went up. So the lower went down. And
yeah.
then the higher 26%, 18%, 33%, like the higher numbers actually was where the increase is from.
Well, and over a million, it went down by looking at that negative.
No, it's 15 sold and 10
No,
only
no,
last year. So 33% up.
no, no, right here, 9 to 1 million.
Oh, that one went down 18%.
So it's only again, it's when you see two, it brings it down a lot, right? Where
Yeah.
it's pretty flat, but with the 7 to 8, so 38.
It
So
went
four,
up 11%, 86 listings. So it's just under half, right?
yeah, and that 7 to 8 range, there's a lot of product in that 7 to 8 range, right? Again, I always go,
You know what's funny though? I had a guy listed just over eight, and I went through the 8 to 9 or the 8 to 850.
Mhm.
They're shit.
There's still, again, I say it all the time. There's still a lot of overpricing in this market.
I just couldn't believe like I couldn't find a nice move-in ready like nice house between 8 and 850. They
Oh,
were all
yeah.
shit.
You're not gonna. Dated, needs lots of work.
Yeah,
Right? It's common. And those numbers
shit.
don't lie. When we're seeing 46% of the inventory in the 7 to 8 range not selling, that's a big number. That's a low range.
Well, it is a low range. I mean, I told you that townhouse in my neighborhood sold for 710, a mid-unit, 3 bedroom,
That's, yeah, someone overpaid. That's too much money.
and they paid 710.
We're not seeing 710 townhouses too many times, unless they're newer,
Not like this one. Nope. It wasn't
right?
that big.
Wasn't that big.
Mm-mm.
9, 31, up 26%.
I'm not talking like a 17, 1800 square foot townhouse here. I'm talking
Oh,
like little
good luck
12,
to
yeah,
good
little
luck to find one.
1200 square foot.
Good luck to find one,
Yeah, I
right?
know exactly. So between 8 and 9, 31 sales this year, only 23 last year, up 26%, 70 listings only. So it's almost half. It's not terrible.
It's 44%. Same as 6, 7, 8.
Mm.
44% selling, 46% isn't selling. So
Hmm.
it's inventory, right? And again, pick one range. I don't care what range you want to pick through to dive into, kind of look at some, why isn't it selling? And you picked the, I don't want to do over a million because we always do that one. So maybe we'll look at the 8 to 9 range and look at some, pull some history on it and go, too high or too low, or we can make some assumptions on 3 or 4 listings.
Hmm. 9 to 1 million, 64 listings, only 9 sold.
That
11 last year. So we're 18% lower.
Hold on that one. So 14% of the inventory in the 9 to 1 million is selling. 86%, Diane, is not selling.
Yeah, well, maybe that's a range we'll take a look at.
I don't care. That's bananas to me. Right? There's a lot of product. And you know what? As buyers out there today watching this video, pay attention to these numbers. Okay? Pay attention. Pull
Well, I
history on those. You
yeah, and
know,
you know what too, Mark? One thing I noticed is that when something does come up low, I feel like some of them, like they were some of the ones I put in offers were in rough shape.
Mhm.
And because they're low, somebody's coming in firm, no home inspection, no nothing. And
Yeah.
I thought, like, do these people realize how much money needs to go into that house?
Hmm. They should have an idea.
Or does an agent just say, oh my God, this is such a good deal in this neighborhood? Look, one sold for $1 million
It
three
could
months
be.
ago.
That's called the inexperienced agent giving that kind of advice, right? The one on Cox,
Well, I said we have to at least do a home inspection because
I would.
the house is so old and you can see, like, it's 25 years old or whatever. But when
Yep.
you see damage or things all around you,
Yep.
visible to you, like windows and shit everywhere that look bad, like problems, you
Mhm.
have to do a home inspection.
Yeah, you should be. Yeah, right. The market.
Unless you already know and you're like, okay, we're going to put all new windows, all new doors, we're going to do everything, we don't care.
Right. Then you're okay.
Well, my people weren't doing that.
Most won't, right? Someone bought that property on Cox Mill for the location. I love the area,
Hmm.
you
But
know.
it was right near the corner of Hearst and Cox Mills, a
Right.
shitty
So
location.
busy, right, busy intersection, right? Busy intersection. Great area. Home needs a lot of work, you know. Was it worth 725? Yeah, obviously it was because someone gave it. So, I thought it was priced kind of well for the area, even though it needed a lot of work. I think someone, I think the right buyer, it was the right buyer that said, "Hey, we want to be in this area because we're okay with the work." But as an investor client, they're not buying that.
No,
They're not investing in that.
no appliances,
No, money to fix
windows bad.
stuff.
Like I was just doing the fast numbers in my head, and we're way over 100,000 if you want to do the basement, way.
Mhm.
And that's not me being like, oh my God, we need a $40,000 kitchen.
No,
This
no.
is like just cheap, basic. Okay, we gotta, you know what I mean?
Mhm. Mhm.
Because it needed a lot.
Need a lot of work.
Yeah.
Right? So that's it. You know what? I recommend people to get a home inspection. Sell on the agent, even if it's a 2 day one you're competing, you might have to pay a couple bucks more for it, but I think it really safeguards that buyer.
Well, you don't know if there's problems in the attic,
Don't
in the roof. Is there mold? Like you don't know anything.
don't know. What's the furnace doing? It's a good indication if the house is really crappy inside and they're really hard in the house, probably weren't changing those furnace filters. They probably weren't getting some preventive maintenance done.
Yeah, and I can tell you sometimes it's hard to tell the age because people remove those stickers.
Yeah, I know they do. I know.
And you can't tell how old everything is.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
So between the over 1 million, we had 15 sales, 10 last year, up 33%, still 114 actives.
That number just seems to not change and change and change. And I'm glad that we're going to have the data that we can go, month over month to see the fluctuations in it. Because again, that's 13% of the sales that are coming from that bracket. And that has the most inventory. I know that range so well. It's unbelievable. There's tons of that product sitting on the board today.
I know. Well, and that's what I mean. You can't even go through them all because there's just too
Oh,
many.
you can't. There's just too many. And out of 87% is not selling. Out of the 114 active, oh my God, probably 95 of them have been listed longer than 90 days.
I
Huge.
know. I know. I want to search between the 900 and a million because 80 something isn't a huge amount of inventory. Well, I guess it's enough,
It's enough based on the sales. Yeah.
but like nothing's selling in that range.
It's a tough range with the product. I think buyers still have the upper hand. I really do. They negotiate hard and stand firm, like within reason. Don't be stupid about it, right? Like
Yeah.
be realistic. Don't go, well, it's been listed for 3 months and they're going to take 60,000 less. Probably not. We're not seeing that, right? But
Yeah.
do your comps, do your homework before submitting an offer, right? So at least you have a baseline to go through. How many listings in that range?
65.
65. So, okay.
This one's only been on the market 12 days, just started.
Okay. All right. 915 for that? It's very small.
Small.
Oh, Christ. That's not happening. And when I say these words, I know some people get offended. It's not to offend anybody. It's just I disagree with the valuations.
Okay, and you know another thing I want to tell people, okay, to help them out here? If you have, when you go on realtor.ca, all right, and you're doing a search, if my budget is 900, I don't see this house.
Right.
If
You-
my real estate agent has me up on an auto search to get emails, I
Yep.
don't see this house if my budget's 900.
Yep.
You need to be at 899 because when you do a search, you are now going between the 9 and the 950.
Yep.
Because on realtor.ca and on most search engine situations, they're $50,000 increments. Okay. So now your 915 is going up against a 950 house
hmm
and someone probably with a 950 budget if they're looking up there.
hmm
So your house is going to look like one of the shittiest in that group because you're the lower price. It's going to look shittier, probably.
Probably. But even with this house here, this property, that's way too high.
It is.
That's way too high for the size of that house.
I want
So,
to try to see something. So this is 950 on Canup. Same 7 bedrooms.
okay. Pull the history on it.
Um, Start at 950 December 24th.
Okay. Coming up.
7 bedrooms, 4 baths. So this is the same price. This is what you're going up against.
It's a big home.
It is a big home. It's not bad.
Needs a lot of work, a lot of updating.
Hmm?
Needs some updating. Downstairs was obviously recently done. Like,
I
I
don't
don't,
think it needs that much updating. Where?
I don't like the big house, but that's
That's a
me.
quartz countertop. It's a white kitchen, stainless steel appliances. Maybe change out the handles and the light. Okay. The flooring is nice. I would change a couple lights. This is okay. Like this is, I don't know. Some people like the stone.
Yeah, it's not bad. I just don't like, anyway, yeah, it's not bad.
Like, I mean, you could move in. It's not like old oak cabinets and shit.
No.
This is updated. This
Yeah.
vanity, I already know that because I know the street. That closet has built-ins. This, I mean, I think if you change the handles, Mark, it would look like a whole different.
Yeah, maybe tiles, but yeah. I mean, it's a big home. It's big.
So when somebody is at the 915, this is what they're seeing in their searches. They're seeing this house and your house.
Right.
Do you see
Right.
what I'm saying?
I'm still concerned with the amount of the amount of sales versus inventory in that range. It's high. I mean, it's there's just way too much inventory. So
Five bed, three bath over between 2,000, 2,500, 956, Prince William area, Sovereign's Gate.
like the area. I don't think it's as big as Nup though, but
No, it's
it,
not. The dining room. I don't like this layout because see where
yeah,
the staircase is?
yeah, I don't like I don't like the layout as
And
well.
this is not that big.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. I bet there's some history on it.
I don't know. I don't know. Like this isn't even quartz countertops. Nope, had that.
Yeah, yeah. It needs some updating.
Oh, the pictures, it just doesn't help it. It doesn't look great.
No. What's the history on that? 85 days in the market right now. There's a lot of inventory in that range. This is what people your price decrease
It was leased
was
before.
for. So it's probably those were probably the best pictures. Probably need some work in there. Tough price
Mm.
point, a lot of inventory. If I can tell one thing to buyers, be patient. Be patient. So
Burke
there's
Hall, Mark.
inventory, 15 days, great straight.
Four bed, four bath. It's a corner.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the corner. Oh, I see this one. Wrong colors. Oh, I don't love the layout. Love the street. The green carpet in there. It's very old decor.
Oy.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
I
Yeah.
mean, this house could be really nice.
Oh yeah. Spent some money on it. But again, if you were a buyer and knowing that much inventory in the community, next. You know what? To line up showings on the best, it's going to take you an hour and a half to go through all these listings in a sense. You had a buyer going, I want 9 to 950. Show me the best. You're going through these.
Yeah,
What's history on this? It says 15 days. It always tells a story.
15 days.
Okay, 85 days in the market.
Hmm. No, 15.
15 days. Okay, that was the other one. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah. What I want to tell people though, we're not being negative to
Just
diss
being
these
honest.
houses. No, we're not doing it to diss these houses. What
No.
we're trying to do is educate you. This is what other people and other agents are doing when they're picking houses to go see and purchase. This is what we're saying. This is what we're looking at. And this is how decisions are being made. So if there's 65 listings, I can't physically take them to every one.
Oh, God, no.
So we're going through, and this is what we're looking at.
Yeah.
And we're looking at in that price range and how does it compare and what's good and what's bad. So if you have bad things, if it's dated, if there's issues, uh, you got to lower the price to get rid of it. Like, unfortunately, when you have a lot of issues in a home, if it's dated and the colors are bad and everything else, like, unfortunately, it's not going to sell like that.
Not in this market. It's not. It's not. In the COVID market, yes. Not this market.
No.
Got a lot of product. 86% of the inventory is not selling in that range. That's a lot of inventory sitting on the board. That's not a lot of sales. So why? Could there be more sales if it was priced better? Yeah, there could be. We
Well,
can't
I'm
all the
seeing,
wrong inventory. There's an abundance of inventory, and it's not selling.
and I'm seeing ones that come up at a low price. They're going right away. And I don't mean
I
low
wouldn't even
like,
say
oh,
low price.
I was gonna say I don't mean low like
They're giving it away.
they're not giving it away.
Market's not that bad, but if it's not priced properly, you're sitting. You're sitting.
This kills me.
995. Yeah, it kills me too.
Marshall Street between 50, not even 2,000 square feet.
$1 million. And there's history on that. Look at that. My clients wanted to go see it. I talked them out of it. I said, look at the kitchen. Price is
Small.
way too high. Way
What's
too high. Small. It's tiny.
I know. They have some nice updates, but the floor plan itself is small.
Small. Small, small, small.
There's a kitchen in the basement
Who cares?
and a pool.
No, they were after the pool. It's not worth $1 million. And I bet the history on that too, because I think what they start off higher than 995, I believe. Yeah, they start off in
A
October.
million 29.
Yep, yep, yep. Got to be a lot sharper than that. To me, Diane, I don't even think that's a 950. I think it's a 920.
Listen, they did
Nine
some pretty things in there, Mark.
small.
Yeah, but this area for that, like it's
Yep,
the first of all, the kitchen is cut off, it's small,
yep.
and if you put two or three people in there, forget it.
It's not happening.
Not happening.
No,
Um, this open concept area here isn't terrible.
no.
Like the living room looks like a good size.
Well,
It's
yeah,
still it's not big.
it's not big. This makes it look big, this picture. But if we look at the measurements, we know it's okay, but it's not as big as that looks. That looks really big too. A viewer that's not familiar with the way these
These
pictures.
layouts are, yeah. I mean, the coffered ceiling's nice. They did some nice things, but to me, they overdid this property for where it is, what it is, and how big it is.
They did.
That's another thing I find some people doing.
Yeah. Hmm. Hmm.
And another thing is that the south end, the north end, prices are a lot different.
Yeah, they are. Do one more, and I think that's enough to get. So
Three plus three, two bed
160
condos.
days on market. How much is it?
Hold on. I've seen this house, I think. 998. Yeah, it's never gone down. I've seen this house, I think. I'm gonna look inside here, but I think I've seen it.
You're never getting 163 days on market. So to me,
It's rough inside too, just so you know.
it's just,
Like see you can see the floor.
yeah,
The reason why I think they have it priced this high, I'll show you. That's linoleum, by the way. It's a very small bathroom.
small bedrooms, older home.
Yes, no garage here. But this is the basement.
I can't justify $1 million.
It's this. It has two driveways, Mark.
So what?
No, I'll tell you. The lot is 75 by 125.
Mhm.
75 by 125. So
Can they,
that's huge. So
can
they
they,
have this garage and this entranceway is off a different street.
all right.
So like for a lot, it's big.
If,
For an in-town lot, that's huge, right? And
well,
it has two
something,
driveways. I think they
it's
think a developer is going to buy it or something, but it's not big enough.
not big enough. If you sever that off, how do you sever it off with the garage
Well,
there?
you know what the other problem is? Most people don't understand, but when you're on a corner like this, you have 20 feet. You have to go in now,
Yeah.
right? Because you're on a corner.
Mhm.
So like you only have 55 feet left, and how, like you said, how are you gonna make this into anything? You're not.
You're not. You're just not. Nope,
No.
not happening.
So, I mean, I don't know. I think when I went and showed it at 998, I thought, like I said to my client, why are we going here?
Yeah. Yeah. Why are we wasting time?
Yeah, I said, you
Oh,
guys, like it's on Cundles and it's 998.
yeah.
Like I think if somebody was reasonable, that would be gone already.
Yeah. But
Because
that's a
it,
hard one to price. I mean, the best use is the way it is. Unless that garage was there that you could sever it to get another lot out of it. Okay. That could be interesting,
well, unless they're thinking that 175, if they could have severed the back part,
but how would you sever the back part? How much, where would you come in?
the driveway off the other road.
Yeah.
So instead of 175 feet long, make it 100, 110. Then you would have 65 feet wide, but you'd only have 75 long.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't build nothing on that.
Oh,
Now, you can put a garden suite there.
yeah.
And
But
actually, the garage had a concrete foundation and was fully insulated.
yeah.
You could have actually made a garden suite out of that. It was big enough
Yeah.
to make like a one bedroom garden suite.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay, I think that's a wrap. I think we covered off that range. Thanks for getting those numbers ready. It's awesome. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Uh, the video like, give it a share, hit the subscribe button for staying up to date with the Barrie real estate market. See
And
ya.
let's just hope it keeps going up.
See, see. I don't think we're not going to see prices go up marginally. I don't even think we're gonna.
Oh, prices haven't been going, like, even though I've seen multiple offers and stuff,
Yeah.
I'm waiting to see where the one that got five offers sold for.
Yeah. I'm interested to see that too.
I know.
Okay. All right.
See ya.
See ya.